so much for joining me today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine and I am sharing my yoga practice with you today because it has been so good for me and I would just love to spread that around. So again, thanks for joining me. I hope you practice yoga every day. Today we're going to see how the wall can support us in our practice. So find a wall where you won't have anything that you'll kick or knock over. And we're just going to find a little gentle support here. One of the things that you can do is first come and stand right in front of your wall in mountain pose. And we're just going to take a moment here to tap into the breath, press down into the feet, take a soft bend in the knees, open up the palms to the front. Gonna kind of lift those hip bones up towards the sky so that the tailbone can be pointed down to the earth and nice and long. And as we lift the shoulders up and down and back, the heart lifts, the lungs can be open here and breathing, the heart can be pumping freely, and we're tucking those shoulder blades down the back as if we're trying to put them in our back pockets. Tuck the chin gently to keep the neck nice and long so we're not compromising the cervical spine there. And draw the crown of the head up to the sky as if you have a string that's drawing the top of your head towards the sky and firmly planting the feet into the earth as you draw that crown up, making yourself just as tall and long as possible, putting lots of space in between all those little vertebrae of the back. And so here you can be supported by the wall behind you. Nice and strong and tall, really taking a moment here to tap into the breath. Inhaling, nice big breath all the way down into the belly. And exhaling completely, drawing the belly button towards the spine. Maybe drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then inhale back to center and exhale, drawing the left ear to the left shoulder. Just breathing back and forth from side to side, loosening up the neck here. Inhale back to center and then exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center and then gazing over the left shoulder. And just back and forth with your breath, loosening up the neck. Standing nice and strong and tall in your mountain pose. And as you inhale, think tall thoughts. And as you exhale, think deep thoughts. And then you can take and use your wall to help you do a little bit of stretching. So if you come sideways to the wall, you can just press the palm of the hand on the wall right here. And then stepping right in front of your bent elbow, my arm is like this. I know you can't see real well here, but if I did it over there, I'd be in the bush. So there you go. So my elbow is bent, my palm is pressed to the wall, and I'm just gonna kind of open up to the front a little bit so I get a nice stretch here in the front of the chest on the left side here, opening up the collarbone. Still standing nice and firm, pressing into the feet, opening up. And then I can take the right palm to the wall and open up through the right side of the chest, the pectoral muscles, getting a nice stretch there. And then, if you have any issues with seated poses, you can use the wall for that too. So let's come on down to the ground. And I like to just inhale my arms up and overhead and then bring the palms together and exhale into a forward fold, coming all the way down to the earth, and then using the fingertips to aid you as you bring your knees down to the floor. And then you can come into this crisscross position, this Sukhasana pose here. Or maybe Siddhasana works better in your body, where you draw one heel in towards your groin and then the other heel right in front of the first. And then you can really press your back into the wall here, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky, letting that tailbone be long, pressing those shoulder blades into the wall, and finding the support of your wall here. Especially as we first start in yoga, it can be very, very challenging to sit up straight in this position for any amount of time because we're using muscles, especially as grown-ups, that we don't really use a whole lot. So this is a really good place to train your body to be in these types of positions. And if you are in a meditation practice or you're thinking about starting one, this might be a good place to start. And of course, you can always meditate in a chair or even laying in your bed sometimes, which I do sometimes. So we can think about other things we can do with the wall. We can come forward with our feet a little bit, press our toes onto the floor in front of us, and draw those shoulder blades back and just really kind of press into the wall here as we maybe lift the toes up and get a little bit of a stretch in the back of the calves, or press the toes down and get a little bit of a stretch in the shins here. You might want to stretch the legs out long and point the toes up towards the sky. And then you could take the left leg and place the outside of the left ankle on top of the right knee, on top of the right thigh, just above the knee, not on the knee. You don't want to compromise any knees. And then take your fingertips out to the side and maybe draw the right knee in towards the body, getting a little figure 4 stretch here on the outside of the left thigh. Nice and supported here against your wall, just pressing in as far as this feels good for you. And then take the right leg out long, take the left leg out long, maybe shake them up a little bit, and then we'll switch sides. Always remembering to breathe nice and deep here. Maybe you could inhale long here, and as you exhale, really tap into the power of that core, drawing the belly button towards the spine to help bring the left leg in towards the body, and noticing what you feel here on the right outer thigh. Breathing nice and tall, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. And when you're ready, go ahead and let the left leg be long, bring the right leg alongside of it. Maybe rotate the ankles in one direction and then reverse those circles in the other direction. And then let's take the legs over to one side or the other and come down to our bellies so that the shins can be kind of pressed up against the wall here. And you can curl your toes under and really press the toes into the wall here and get a nice little stretch across the soles of the feet. Try to think about maybe pressing those pinky toes even into the wall here. And perhaps you can have your elbows right alongside you here, drawing the heart forward and bringing those shoulder blades down the back in this nice Sphinx pose. Opening up the heart, keeping the chin tucked a little bit to keep the neck long and protected. Maybe you might want to press the palms into the mat and lift from here, coming into a little supported cobra pose. Or you could even come out from the wall a little bit, press the palms out in front of you and to the sides, almost as if you were going to do a push-up, but we're going to come up into this seal pose. Bringing the arms almost to straight, so we're not locking the elbows, just a little gentle bend there. And really getting a nice stretch in the low back. Breathing here. Inhaling one last time, And then exhaling yourself back down to the mat. And then let's go ahead and flip over. And to get your legs up the wall, which is really wonderful, you kind of come sit next to the wall, and your soles of the feet are on the floor, knees are bent, and your one side of your body or the other is right up against the wall. And then we're going to lower the back as we sort of swing the legs up the wall. And so from here, and don't do this with your neck, I'm just doing this so you can see me. You're still going to keep your neck tucked. You're still going to keep your shoulder blades down the back and the heart open. And this is just legs up the wall. This is a nice supported inversion, bringing the blood flow back up the legs and towards the heart, into the brain, letting the lymphatic system kind of reset here. And this is a wonderful place to just come and relax, especially if you're on your feet all day. Take a little load off. You could take your legs out to the side in a nice V shape and get a stretch in the inner thighs. You might take the sole of one foot to the inside of one leg and get a nice stretch this way. And then switch sides, always balancing things out. If you do something on one side, do it on the other too. And maybe you might want to bring the soles of the feet together so that you're in this nice little butterfly pose, pressing the soles of the feet together, really opening up the hips here, maybe opening up the feet like a book. Maybe even using your hands to press gently on the thighs, on the inner thighs there, to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And we could do that number 4 stretch here again too, pressing the soles of the feet on the wall. You might scooch out from the wall just a little bit here. And take the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. And you could stay here in this number 4 stretch. Or maybe you want to scooch a little closer to the wall, using your backs of your arms, your triceps, to kind of press into the floor and scoot yourself forward so that you get a little bit deeper stretch in that outer right thigh. Taking nice big breaths here. Inhaling all the way down into the belly. Exhaling, drawing the belly button towards the spine. And when you're ready, you can release that right ankle and switch left ankle to the top of the right thigh. And again, scooch closer or farther away from the wall, whatever complements your body, whatever feels good in your body. But we're just pressing into that leg, pressing into the wall, being supported. And when you're ready to release, just bring the sole of the foot back to the wall. And you can stop here, or you can scooch back closer to the wall again, pressing the backs of the arms so that the buttocks can come in towards the wall. Maybe point the toes and flex the feet here. Maybe press the balls of the foot away, kind of making a high heel shoe shape with your feet. And then flexing the feet again. Maybe drawing the arms out into a T. And just tucking those shoulder blades in towards one another, tucking the chin towards the chest. Taking a nice big inhale here. And then just exhale, dropping the breath like a heavy book. Inhale here, filling up in the belly and into the chest. And exhale, just letting the breath go. And you can stay here for as long as time allows. You could even put, or you'd need a little bit of help actually to have somebody come and put like a heavy pillow, kind of, I'm thinking like a sandbag, which is what they would normally use in a yoga studio, to add a little bit of weight to the bottoms of the feet here. So maybe you've got a weighted blanket you could throw up there, or maybe a book that wouldn't hurt too much if it fell off. I guess maybe that's not very safe. But get creative. Think about how you can use props and pillows and things around your house to support you in your yoga practice. And when you are ready to come away from the wall, go ahead and draw the knees in towards the chest and give them a little hug. Maybe bring the forehead towards the knees and curl yourself up into a nice little ball. And then bring the back of the head back to the floor and roll to one side or the other, coming into this nice little fetal position here. Just holding yourself. And when you're ready, inhale yourself back up, using your hands to press yourself back up to a nice tall seat. And we'll come back into this wonderful supported Dandasana staff pose, bringing the fingertips out to the sides, inhaling to lift the heart, exhaling to draw the shoulder blades down the back. And then let's inhale the arms up and overhead, bringing the palms together, and exhale, thumbs to sternum, palms to heart, where we tilt the chin gently and say, Namaste. Thanks so much for being here today. If you have any other particular poses that you want to practice on the wall, definitely let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, it would support the channel a lot if you give it a like or maybe even a share. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Take good care. Bye for now.